we're still asking.
It's a good series,
Chips and
legitimate.
guac.
Okay,
also
Loud
good.
on
Yeah,
defense,
right.
EG on attack.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're going the
we have
distance
not
for sure.
seen EG play.
Since kickoff
Anything
with
other?
Chamber.
Yeah.
So I was right. Let's go.
Cool. They were also playing the Omen back then. They were playing a Sky. Like,
Wait,
it was a
they
very
do
different
wall
vibe.
and smoke.
So they used to be freaks. Now they're kind of normal.
And we love that for them.
Superman
Yeah,
Ice.
it's a
Right
great
into
stun.
the stun. That is
An incredible
so
stun.
well lined up.
Literally, this guy every single series is just a monster.
Maybe
was
Digizin's
also-
gonna join them too. I mean, getting that shot onto Ye.
A great ball line for 2Es. You got to get.
No,
credit
yeah,
for
that stun
line
is
you
so,
can
so
take
nice.
From male with the fault line all the way into A ramp is just super
Dude,
strong.
love these shots.
Spike down B.
All right, so go next.
Yeah, tucking EG into bed this pistol round.
Yeah, really nice pistol.
That was brutal.
Kind of clinical.
Don't really like the EG strat that much. Wall and smoke, walk through your own smoke.
Not cosmetic. They actually couldn't shoot him.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Damn, that was a hell of a shot too from Dujazine. Loud continue their streak of winning all of the pistol rounds. That's 3 in a row.
Yeah, I think they
believe-
lost the very first of the series,
So
and
maybe
that
4
was
in
it.
a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Despite,
sick.
remember, they won double pistol.
Like, I guess
And,
they
they
chill
got a
here and then they
kill
try and
ready.
get over
And they
towards
won.
heaven and they do some kind of split, but
Wasn't their pick? that was EG's pick.
This is where we're getting the real bias casting.
we
though.
got
It
no-
wasn't their pick there.
no Marshall buy on this
I
though.
do love that Riot nerfed the Omen one
Oh
way.
my god.
Okay. Little stun nade.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
request a replay on that
I
one.
think that was stun missiles, and then the aftershock was in the gap behind the missiles,
Yeah.
and they walked back into it.
That would
There
do
is
it.
there was no missiles, right?
Let's see it again,
Alright.
hopefully.
Pretty insane.
Maybe there was. I think it was pretty
I
far
was
away.
about to say, like, I love how Riot like nerfed the Omen one ways, but you can still do it in B main just by throwing it on the little ledge outside of Garage.
Not quite as good. It's still
Right.
there. GG only one bullet, and then he's gonna have to run for the hills.
It's a little bit of damage on through. He has been uncharacteristically missing some of these scoped weapon shots in the last 2 maps. Which, again, is just incredibly rare. He's been fantastic with the AWP in 2025.
I mean, I'm pretty sure DG has been bottom fragging this series. And when we looked at
Enemy
kickoff,
remaining.
when there was like
30
really high
seconds
hopes
left.
were loud, the reason was Dujazin opping on defense. Remember, that was
Right.
like the
Yeah.
narrative. And he's had a much quieter stage 1.
I mean, dude,
especially in
they
this
never
series.
prioritize
Weapon
the
made
op on him
for
anymore.
by Lucho's
I feel like that's why he's
addition,
had a
by
really
Kekata
quiet stage
finding his
1.
form, like,
Like,
you see this
the
stuff
amount
with
of
his
rounds
form,
he's
hasn't had
bought
to
on
rely
op
on
has
just
been
DG.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
best games have
More
really
than
been with
half.
the Neon for me.
For sure, for sure. I was just gonna say they're stealing his kills.
Here's your replay. Yeah, missiles one side, and they're in the util.
There
Oh,
wasn't
they were
missiles.
wide to the
They just
one-way,
tried
so
to
they
force
couldn't
through a
see it
one-way
until they were
with their
deep.
own missiles.
That's good.
JN 165 with the prime. Thank you
Stop
with the
putting
6
that back.
months.
Win another bonus.
Thank you so
Stop.
much.
Thank you. Sorry, I just had to have a word really quick.
They've
I don't
converted
think
a
he
couple
hears you.
bonuses, but EG, they have just been able to eco Loud immediately after.
Yeah, Loud were set up for a quick B main trap there, stun from heaven.
Ooh, that's a nice
Turning
idea
back
though from
into
EG.
playing for a stun line on
Salvos
Luch's
deep
contact in
with
mid.
the nades.
Keep your eyes on 2Es throughout this half.
EG's
Setting
in.
up his team.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
well,
Ye
just
was
dying.
one
Don't
shot
worry
though.
about
It wasn't the best peek we've ever seen, but it was a nice off angle from Ye.
On defense.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Split
And we are locked in over towards Vans.
That's the rare satchel kill.
I don't think I've seen that icon since 2020
Genuinely.
in the kill feed. Remember when they used to do, what was it, like 60 damage, and you could just throw them insta-activate?
I think it was 75.
More
I
than
think
that.
it was one-shotting. Like, if you doubled them up, it was kills.
That's ridiculous.
I think it was even more than that. Like right when Ray's gone at
She
it?
used to have
I want to
2
say it was
nades, too.
100, but I could be lying.
I think
and there were
that's
2
cap.
nades. I could be lying.
75 sounds right to
We'll
me.
get the experts on that.
Experts, open parentheses, Chrissy's phone.
Hey, Dan the Penguin in chat, let us know. How much damage did the blast back used to do?
EG's keeping it pretty clean this round. They've
Yeah,
just
they're
picked
keeping it
off
nice.
Loud one by one. Now Pankata alone on the site. And he
30
doesn't tend to
seconds
miss a shot, but I think there's going to be too many here for him, surely. There's one, spam's coming in.
So
and
much spam.
yeah, trades
Okay, they
will
managed
just
to do an
I've got a big
okay amount of
update.
damage, but
Penguin Valorant is my
there's some
go-to.
nice
It was
util here from
75.
EG though.
That's wild.
So I
minutes.
officially
Like
win.
this all the util over towards Vents was really cool.
I don't know.
The admiration of the fans.
Yeah,
for
the
having-
admiration of the fans.
for
Thank you.
remembering an old fact.
Christy saw, oh, hey, we're doing TriCast, and was like, that's an opportunity to read Twitch chat. Kind of base.
It is kind of base.
Yes, I can finally just read chat.
I get paid to do the thing I would normally do on my own anyway.
That was a very
Tim _ Wee with the
stoic
tier 1.
approach
Thank you for the
on
4 months, bro.
He did not
Appreciate that also, Tim.
SDK, no reaction.
Okay, massive buy round on this one.
Yes, of VCT on
And looks like Luke Show doesn't want to go anywhere near vents after the util that was used there. Dude, they still do wall and smoke in the same place.
Like, Tui's is just in different
Dude, that is
positions.
just
I
a
can't
straight
tell
up.
what those
Dude,
kills
this
to
guy's
spam, that's
spamming at the
silly.
most perfect times over
Tui's
towards
just setting
7.
up for
Make
a-
your point.
Tui's on A, ready to go
Don't
forward stun line. And originally was a
really.
trap on ramps, was the opening
I
setup. He's
don't
moved out of that.
know
Not to use
what
that
I'm
after
missing
getting
here,
forward
but I don't
posting, but
really understand
I
the
really
point
like
of
the way
this.
He moves around the map to constantly pivot around aggro pieces, trap setups, and find a place for his team.
Luke Show dips out of heaven, and now they push back in a little bit with the drone.
Here comes another potential fall line if he wants.
Breach not really set up for it this time. Tui's is more concerned about vents.
Okay, big jewel over towards
There
A
was
right
some
now.
noise made on that drop as well from nature.
Oh, okay. Is it for this? Is it for
Struggling
literally just
fights
trying
them
to
when he's
fight them
pushed up
close
forward,
here?
taking 1v1s.
And then you pre-aim in that area?
EG
Maybe.
have it split onto Tui's. He's very alone in this corner. That's
Oh,
one,
that's a
two
lovely,
from Tui's.
lovely
Let's
second
see if
kill.
he can get it
Ooh,
out.
little
Yes, he can.
sidestep.
Right move,
Nice,
that
bro.
little
That was
strafe
sick.
to the right,
Okay, this
forcing
made sense
Superman
now.
to take, some awkward adjustments.
But then I think now they
Appreciate it. I talk about
they
his
throw
stun
like
for
normal
about
util.
45 seconds that round, then he's just 3K'ing with his gun. No problem.
I mean, talk of people who have to prove themselves alongside Pancata.
Oh, that
You
sidestep
know,
is.
Tui's was benched, now he's back, and he's screaming
I
as
feel
well.
him on that one.
Yeah, so now he's gonna throw the normal one, right? It was just a little micro play.
What exactly happened?
Gotta watch the floors back in the studio.
Be some crazy strats.
No, he does the same
The other
smoke.
team, when you walk on stage, just throw Legos under their chairs. A lot of the pros are taking their shoes off when they play. They're prime victims.
Zine is so committed.
Okay,
to
force
the
him down
wave
to an
of
eco. Loud have been
pushing up
historically
solo.
outrageously bad against the ecos.
I mean, Icy's
They
doing
legit
kind of the
keep
same
getting
thing over
eco'd.
events. Either one of these guys wanting to jump down into it, that's kind of a death sentence.
Quankalizer, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for doing that.
Heavily towards B.
16 months as well, mate.
On
Thank you very
account of
much.
Zine's position, Luke Show catching the first. Breach
Ooh.
still off the field. Superman done for as well.
Never gonna dance again.
This game has been so interesting. It feels like, in large part, it has just been EG contacting around the map and losing every round by attrition. Just a player gets spammed through smoke here, someone finds a aggro timing towards A main
Oops.
there.
Wait,
and
look at the satchel
they're
close.
playing like 3 games every round.
Oh no, might have given them a gun though.
Show Fury.
And then this is a little too much as well from Cannon's in, just randomly giving him another one.
Ego them again.
They're not
Such
gonna do
a
that heading into B
bold
with two
play.
backside anchors
This
from
doesn't
Loud
need to
rivals.
happen.
They would never win another
A's
EO.
now
They
insanely
wouldn't do that.
weak. It's a
Oh,
great
I love
TP
the
there from
TP
Pancata. They now know where he is
Only
though.
blinded, and it's good enough for 1-for-1.
But they still lose 2Es.
24
Pancata's
seconds on
alone.
this.
DGZ only has an outlaw. And look how far away he is. This is essentially a 1v2 clutch
Ooh.
round for Pancata.
15 seconds though is tough.
Had to pop the blades. High-low setup.
Spike planted.
Icy falls away.
Oh my
Derek
goodness.
Oh my
can't
God.
find it with the Sheriff.
Did he spot him? Yeah, he
And now
did spot him
Icy
heaven.
in the 1v2 spins around. And in the 1v1 against DGZ, the duelist
Holy, this
diving
got
down and
insanely
dead to
close.
DG.
Dude, Loud need
That
to
was just
chill on these
susceptible to
ecos.
one
They love giving them
knife from the
1v1s.
blade
Everyone
storm.
loves taking a
Easy
risk.
cleanup for Zine, but EG had him sweating again on an eco round. None of them have been clean for Loud. That has been the aspect of the game that is keeping EG in it. It's the aspect of the game that got them to win on Pearl.
3v5 that they win there, by the way.
One enemy
Or nearly win, I should say.
Right. Just felt like they kept finding these fights, players running into them. Potter knows they almost had it. That's all good. EG are coming into this next round with a couple of big ultimates, the showstopper for Icy. Although not setting up for an instant take of a site. Instead got a couple of players hanging out into the B side.
And again, a
Okay,
series
big
of that
change up
early
from
fault line. combo with the
Big
salvo.
changer
Just
from Loud on this one in
Oh,
terms of using the
fantastic
util to
shot.
set him up.
Starting to heat.
Dude, he
Oh,
got another before he went down.
That's some sick
Nice as well, though. There's
confidence.
so many ults
Unbelievable.
online, and they
we're
go
fighting into
super
mid. I mean,
aggro, and they
Loud are
take
just
out
fearless right now.
at least one of
And
them.
it comes when EG had the ability to like go for a fast hit, maybe counter out what they were doing, but Nature played into B early, threw a stun line immediately to try and feint that it was pressure on B, but because Loud are playing so actively, they realize exactly what's going on, which is, oh, that's just fake pressure. We can keep on walking, poke for these gaps, do a little bit more of that in mid. They maintain just playing this round with near perfect info.
Nature is slowly just contacting, trying to get some space up towards ramp, something for this EG team to work around. I like this position from Kawazine, entrenched at Flower, and then has 2Es to be able
And
to
Card
take
has done
contact,
incredible.
run back screen, cause some distractions.
A little bit of a
Into
risk,
A,
but
they won't be focused
maybe
on
it's a
that
read. You
position.
never know. They were doing this on power also.
Just so hard to play out of. Luke shows
It was
some
an incredible shot as well.
One kill for him already. Just barely hit by the stun, and that's going to cost
Okay,
him.
still 2 on site though. Whoa, 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 whoa.
His knife out. There's
Why,
stun
why,
right in
what
front of
the-
Derek, and
what an
what
off.
is this? Chaos both ways.
The double stun!
Oh my goodness.
We all whip. We all use util.
We're Valoranting. There's only 10 seconds left, and there's no way Nature's getting that
10
spike.
seconds
Oh
left.
my god.
Dude, Loud played this
a
insanely
catch
weird.
right
They
off
played it like they were
formation.
the 3.
We might see that in the next lore cinematic when there's the Tejo against
Okay,
the
it's
other
a-
old Tejo. However that
It's a
you know,
3v4,
Mega alpha,
and
like
everyone's
the
like
Yeah,
taking a
something like
risk
that.
It's
Or like
actually
the
fairly
wolves.
to
simple.
stop pushing areas.
All right, that's going to take away the last gun from EG.
I mean,
Put
it's
them in a tough
unpredictable, I
economic
guess,
position, but has that ever mattered? No.
I like to
No, it hasn't.
imagine that these situations, it's like they're stunning each other. It's like the Keanu Reeves, you're breathtaking, you're stunning, you're stunned, you're stunned, you're stunned, just back and forth silliness.
Next time when the
I mean, I don't
happens,
blame
we-
Derek for that reaction, I'll be
Production,
honest.
cue up the Benny Hill music.
well, it's an eco though.
This
We
time,
know how these
side,
ones normally
walk
go.
forward, but smoked off at the
And
Did they
we're
push
also
on the
walking down
eco?
mid.
My goodness.
I think are just calling it that EG are playing
They're
in their
killing me
spawn
out here.
effectively
This is
and
gonna be
giving up all
scary
this control
rounds.
of the map. Remember, EG don't have a dedicated sentinel in this comp, so extremity control and sometimes mid control can be lacking.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna get fully
Oh,
caught off
not
because it's
again,
like, why
man.
are they doing this?
I mean, you can
At
see on
least
Ye's
spots 2,
reactions
so they
like
can
this
insta-react
straight
over
up in.
towards A. We got a
But,
free side over
that'll
towards
at
A,
least get
so
EG into the site
the
now.
nice shot there.
What a catch from 2Es.
That was crazy.
He's looking good this game.
Gonna make this retake that much easier.
Don't lose the op to the stinger in the corner.
I
Spike
think
planted.
it might be hard to beat the stinger in the corner.
I don't.
Little sound
You
bait.
don't move very quickly.
Oh,
He
Oh,
sees
boy.
it. Free kill for Icy.
Oh my goodness, he's
They think
ulting.
they can win this, but Tui's
Dude,
dismantles
come on,
the
man, this
ultimate
game.
in Loud.
Come on,
Right
guys.
now. Respect to 2Es. He's going crazy individually. That little catch onto Nature while he was running into sight. Jiggle peeks, finds that headshot, and beats Icy on the reaction of being able to just click mouse 1 for the showstopper, headshots him jumping around the corner. Come on, that is some sick work.
Comes after this shot too, just 2 bullets. Oh.
I mean, this is a great shot. I'm not sure how much
crosshair
is
place
intentional
that moment.
with where he's aiming, but
Just read the situation perfectly.
Okay. Well, EG going to be the ones to call a timeout here. Know they're going to be feeling the hurt after not having having the showstopper stuff there, not using it the round before. This will be a
this is a late
big
timeout.
swing round for them. Every other map has ended 6-6 at the half.
I guess some of the rounds have been pretty close.
Trailing big time. This has been the biggest difference I think we've seen at the start of one of these maps.
I want to see if out of this timeout, Loud opt to continue to disrespect them on all extremities and mid, all areas of the map where they're just happily pushing down, taking control. Dishazine has gotten forward solo on one extremity every single round. They're pushing down mid. Lucho's just facing in mid. Or if they're going to change the approach in this timeout, maybe off all the ultimates they have, focus harder on going for a retake situation.
I just wonder at what point do EG start just running full execs? Because
Yeah.
they've been
Right.
so like
I
quiet at
mean,
the start rounds.
they literally switched to an exec comp with the bridge Steo.
And they're waiting for the overextensions. They're waiting for the things that Loud are doing. It just seems that whether it's Digizin with an op or stun fights from Loud, that EG's just opening protocols are getting disrupted and They're not finding the kills they need.
Okay, EG call a timeout, and Loud want to go aggro.
Answer coming out of the
And we're
timeout,
just
I
trying to
suppose.
set the...
I hope they walk into us, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
going to be the Viper's pit on A, and then that classic
Oh,
fault
that's
line
nice.
into the salvos to take that B main control for Loud.
EG on
EG
this.
will have heard that there was
Don't
the push up into
insta-react.
main, they'll have heard the orb taken.
They just want to maybe re-clear and take space over towards B. Oh my goodness, Pancard looked. Pancard didn't know where he was. Flash was nuts.
This is a good reaction to the state of how this round played out from the opening, which looked pretty dire from EG. Running into that Viper's pit.
That's funny.
Now geared up for a split onto the B side and just leaving Supa over
DG
towards
Zen
A
could
to
still
play
win
for a
this
late
round, though.
lurk or audio on the rotators.
Luis has been really good, and he's got full util here. Even an ultimate if he thinks he needs to use it, but he'll just fall back. Groups up with DGZ.
Owen, thank you so much for saying that, bro.
And the thing is, if EG try to split into B, it could get awkward for Ye having the op trying to get into B main. It's definitely
Yeah, I mean, this is a lot on DG Zen. Tui's going to use the ult to pretty much stall. There's not much, I mean, there's actually nothing they can do off of it.
Waiting to stall out this hit.
Breach ult for breach ult, it's a shame. Well, Tui's has to kill 2 somehow, and they know exactly where he is.
Stall out this spike plant. He might just get overwhelmed, though. That's one. Tui's 15 seconds to stop this, and he cannot. But the team has made it. There's missiles. There's an Armageddon, but it's not used in time, and EG get the plant. Luke Show.
Wait, they're next to each other.
He's getting sneaky.
How is he here?
He snuck all the way through the pit, but Derek can spawn. It's a kill onto his teammate, and now Luke Show. He's all alone. A kill
Derek
here
must
would
be
give away
like,
the game,
guys,
but
how?
now EG
2 of you in the pit. Oh my goodness.
But
Oh my
Supa's
God.
dead. Tap on the spike amid the
Dude, that was kind of
nature.
insane. They actually
He wraps
made
it
that
up,
close.
and EG finally double their round count.
It looked like he was about to get that last flick as
really
well. That was
did.
crazy.
Sure.
Unreal. But I think honestly the biggest
I like the call
call
from EG here though.
Right?
Mid running was pretty nice.
Allowed to survive after the rolling thunders
They
are
didn't
countered out, there's now an extra
insta
angle you
take
have
the
to clear to get
space,
back
and they
into
were
the
ready
site. I
to
don't care if
re-clear
you
over
have the
towards
Viper's
B.
pit. That round is so hard to play out with fast rotates coming in from Loud too.
By any means necessary.
That operator paying off.
The damage at the end
EG out of the
does
timeout
mean that we
so
get a swing
far.
round though. We got one.
Yates now
Right,
posted
1,
up
2,
over
3. The
towards
combine next,
A,
1,
trying
2,
to
3.
absorb any potential
So
aggression that may come
huge
on that
rounds.
side of the map.
Dude,
Look
if
again
if
over
Loud
A,
win
though,
this,
because
they get
again,
a crazy score on
covered site with
defense.
the fault line ready to go off of Digizen's contact. Later into the round, you'll see Digizen walk up, kind of like he is now. Fault line still.
Okay, they
held
do
out
this.
just to
They do
counter
the smoke
contact.
wall
And
again.
once he's up
So
here, Tuis is going to rotate off of the site.
Drone is down.
Does he try to take
is he
the
gonna
line
be
off the
ready
drone?
this
No, he
time
doesn't.
for the
Doesn't
angle? Or
get broken by Superman over there towards Sewer, so Digizen is just going to hold. I mean, close, but further back than he might have been able to.
Up through mid, 2 players from EG.
Hold on.
Ooh, Luke Show, does he want to go for this now?
Thought
yeah,
about
he's definitely
Knows
got a
that
call that
players
they
could
might have gone middle here.
potentially crossed in that moment.
He gives
Going
it
and
up.
calling that out to the team.
He knows for sure now. Icy just made noise vent, so that primes
I mean,
EG
Ye
to walk
is-
up onto the line. Ye fell off the angle and
God.
Dude,
nearly gets away with his life. But here's the push coming back towards heaven. Luke Show
I was gonna say,
only
Ye,
gets one,
they have
and
no
EG
idea about this
20
attack op.
on A.
Yeah, Ye is able
free
to
sight.
pick up Digizen's second
30
round
seconds
in
They're really good
a row.
Omen ult.
Teleport from
but
Mankata could get him in position to try.
still
and
don't
make
think he
hero
can get
play
much.
Over towards A, where Ye is embedded.
Oh
in
my
the
goodness.
site.
20 seconds
They're
again.
trying to
Huh?
rotate the
Ah,
spike in.
dude, it won't let me.
Oh,
It
but
wouldn't let me move it.
That was the key player. That
I'm
was the
misclicking.
missiles, the Armageddon. That was the last
Did the
chance
midnight
for Loud
update.
slipping away.
Snappy shot from Derek at the end there to shut down Pancata, who needed to be a hero in that moment, but left on his lonesome, really had no chance.
I really like the way EG
Hacker
played
man,
in,
yeah.
in the mid round there, because they were again in a situation where it could have gotten awkward without finding the opening picks. But I think the re-clear of the A main space, even though the operator was there, sort of using, I'm pretty sure Supa has
Hey,
his
well, this
orb
should be pretty
placed
close off
in
now
A
because
main
of
as
this.
well. To
I'll
help
go
out
down
with the
to
cross a
Eco.
little bit there too. Allowed to do that triple walk down mid again. I thought that was really good the round they ran it. I think there's still opportunities with EG continuing to play like the op on the extremities, for them to find some punishing angles.
Pancata the past couple runs has just been throwing down that one-way smoke. Last time did press up into B main, but at the moment just double stacked in heaven with Luke Show.
And again on A, it is Supa throwing an orb on top of his wall.
You
there
can see on the
too.
mini map, big
Some
big
heavy
gamble
lurk
over
opportunities
towards A.
against the opposite. It also blocks off the ramp. It sort of forces Loud to leave 2 players on the A side minimum.
All right, Superman is working his way up off that cell phone. Tui's previously had a fault line set up for mid that Luke Show could play off of, but that's not the case anymore. He's crept into the smoke rifle out. This is a little awkward. Oh, but he does find that first kill.
Oh,
Instant
it's
trade
nice
from
though.
Pankata.
Gun
Nicely
down.
done.
Dude, he gets into an okay position as well for the hit.
Ultimate used there too for EG. They
Oh,
really
nades on his head
need
though.
to win this round.
Whoa,
Guns
that's a really
picked
big
up,
play.
Loud have
Oh my god,
real
that's a
shot
really
at
big
him,
play.
then caught on the reposition. He could be potent here, but the shots not
Oh,
found in
bro,
time,
everything
and
was so
EG
perfect apart from
claim
the aim.
control of B.
That is disastrous. He had an opportunity for minimum 1, could have gotten 2, and now it's falling apart. Tui's is left with just the ghost in this scenario. Digizine is going to have to step up for the team.
Tui's needs to drop into hell to find a rifle down there.
He's got it.
But with Derek
You gotta imagine that the op is in this angle. Yeah, you can see by the
Misses
peak.
out on the shot. And this gives inroads.
I mean, they got a good crossfire, but
Stun for both breaches. Nature primes his.
Oh,
Nature
hold up.
dodges it. And
salvos.
30 health.
Still a good amount of
Missiles to
time.
work with.
They can half this.
EG holding this one. He's gonna get it halfway. An updraft to get out does not need it. And
Insta
Derek
stick on the right.
being held wide by Tui's.
Nicely
Not
handled
ready.
from Louds.
Loud. Bounce
Damn,
back.
these two
Claim their
did
7.
really good
I
on
love
this.
that micro play in the 2v2. With Tui's getting that stun into the back corner, and then Digizine throws down the Cloudburst, which not only allows him to get a swing out of it, but it obscures the sightline for Derek, who is playing back in B main, so has a bit of double value there to isolate that first kill. This was pretty disastrous for Pankata, who has been killing everybody up until that point with ease. But it does get recovered at the very least. Loud,
feels like that
finally
might
getting
be
EG
the
takes
first time
moments
they've
and
thriftied
winning a
them.
Thrifty of their own.
I feel like EG are always
Loud switching the
ecoing
operator
Loud.
back over to the B side of the map. Tui is there for the contact again.
What's
Luke
the money
playing around
like?
the smoke in mid.
Dude, if Loud get this again, it's that
Should've
same
known
situation where this
has
buy
a
is going to be
cycle.
horrendous. Not that it has mattered too much on these.
Up it
Digizine
goes.
pops his knives over towards B main. So he has the backup, and Luke shows the first time he's like fighting heavy over towards it. This is like what I call a Zelsus. Just fearlessly hiding behind just smokes in these kind of positions.
Compared to what we've seen in this half, it's him.
EG's
Going up into extremities alone with a scoped weapon. Luke Shaw, that is
Nicely done.
awkward for Icy. Good opening.
Yeah, it was a rough duel from Icy.
and
Dude
EG's
hit
not gonna
no
have their
bullets there.
refreshables back until 20 seconds on the clock.
One suppressed.
Dudeli with the tier 1. Thank you for the 16 months. Thank you,
Really
thank
strong
you.
map control at the moment. Is Pankata going to be able to deal with another yet? Nature shut down. No breach util now for the execute. Aware that someone is probably going to be coming from A main off that timing. Reads the situation correctly. That Superman kept at bay.
But still 30 seconds left.
30
and
seconds
this time,
left.
there's still B main presence from Digizine. Spotting
Lovely
Tui's is
little
there.
info.
Fault line in
Dude, you
7
got a
seconds.
lot of
EG
delay here on the
quickly.
side as
20
well.
seconds, their
They got
refreshables
no
are back.
B
Come on,
main
Derek.
control.
Missiles
Tui's
used
just
on
gonna
the site.
chill, play
Tui's
time.
still
Lovely
with
crossfire.
this crossfire. And it could be disastrous for EG if they just swing into it. Yay, spotted, that's one. Plant trying to be committed.
Nicely
but
done.
DG's
No time on
arrived,
this
and
one.
with the time
Dude,
ticking
EG have
down,
not
this round is
got good
done.
money for this Superman is to
Loud
save.
reaffirm their control again. Now 8-3 up.
I like it. I like the change up from Luke Show of how he's
His
playing
first
middle.
half against
He's been
EG.
giving it to them all the time, as in
EG
just
brought
like
out
giving
a
them,
new comp coming
giving
in,
them
big,
like free
big
middle.
Major changes.
I love that he changed it up here.
Fournier off of the chamber from their kickoff play. So far, a lot have had their number.
And at times it's been an EG that are playing
remaining.
just a bit too slow. On that one, the game plan
Feels that way.
really fell to pieces, particularly when Nature
I
goes
feel
down.
like
Superman is
overall
isolated
as well,
entirely on
like
A.
Loud have changed up a good
Players
amount of
trying
how
to
they
get
play
into a
this
B
map.
site where they've got
Like, it's
really
normally
no
this all the
information
time.
whatsoever. It's
But
such a tough position.
They've switched out
It feels like
and
the
put
rounds they've tried
the
to work
jet
into
over
nail
towards this
top
into the timeout
rounds
since
they've
like
gotten
round
up
5
ramp
basically.
have been very successful. As a counterpoint, right now quickly up into that mid. Look shows in front of it, but panged out, and he's going to be taken down easy.
I see Insta reacts to pop his ultimate. I don't know if he's going to have a target for this one. An ult coming in from his teammate, I think there. No, that is going to be the defender one
Ooh,
coming
okay,
through.
well.
And it's a little weird, but
Of course
Icy
it's a
still
low buy
gets
and they
it
win
with
it
the
out. get the
Guardian
upgrades on the
finding that kill.
guns.
Yeah, you blink it,
4 on
E0,
attack
5v2.
though. I think Loud
All
will
good.
take
Little
this.
faster round,
It's
that's
a
all they
really
needed
nice
this
half from
time.
them.
Standing.
For Nature.
Is it fair to say Loud look like the best team
Down
not making
one for
playoffs?
Team
Yeah.
GZ in a 1v5.
I can't think of a
Asked for
team that
little
I
more
would
picks,
put
they've
above
given it
them.
to you.
Yeah, they upped it, and particularly they get the kill on Luke Show, and why slow down there? Ice is going to pop the showstopper, force any other players to retreat, take all that space
Okay.
together. That's pretty ridiculous, but
Okay.
incredibly irrelevant. But a cool shot nonetheless. I like that last run
Switching
from
sides.
EG. All in all, you know, that was.
Can't wait to see
nice
more of their attacking side.
Yep.
Well, on the other side of the break, it's going to be defense, unfortunately.
Enemy remaining.
That it will be. Yay, the one to close this one out, EG. Trying to get that win heading into playoffs. We'll have to see if they can pull it
User
off.
of Lev
and win
NRG
back.
could be better. Maybe. Let's see how they look today. Don't feel insanely confident with what I've seen from those teams to be saying that. Well, EG need to get a pistol. You want a mud fight between those two? Dude, I mean, it's gonna be that. It's gonna be that for sure. It could be anywhere. Honestly, I think the game could be anywhere from insanely close to a stomp either side. I don't know about both of those teams, really. Lev definitely look a lot better in the last 2 weeks, though. What are the stakes for NRG Lev, mate? Everything. Winner goes to playoffs. Loser, done. Done until stage 2. How long do we sleep? Oh, not a lot today. We got wrecked by tech pauses today. We're not going to have much sleep
Here,
before
EG are
Pacific today.
trailing Loud 8-4.
And tomorrow's a long
Loud
day. We're going to
seeking
do
their
plat chat as
first
well.
Win of stage
Maybe
one here
sleeping during plat
against
chat.
an EG team that are bound for playoffs, but still, I think it would be a big statement for them to lose to the winless team ahead of it. You can't let this match slip.
Yeah, and again, I was able to catch up with Potter before the series, and she said they were taking this very seriously. They felt they needed the momentum moving in. They needed just wins on stage, more so than just beating the previously undefeated
The rest of
crew
plat
last
chat's
week.
making
And it
fun
looks
of me
like
taking this
confidence has
game
been tough
seriously.
thus far. Every
Mate,
player on EG
they're the ones.
negative in the
Isn't
KD
one of them
regard
wearing bunny
on this
makeup and
map
the other
thus
one dressed
far,
as a
whereas Loud
fox?
has just been swinging everything. 2
Feel
weeks,
like-
DG taking over.
I feel like they don't have
They are
much,
just so confident
much of a
in the
leg to
server.
stand on,
That's the
to be
second
honest.
time in this
Not
series
sure you can
that
throw in
we've
too much
entered a
shade when we're
second
doing
half
that,
where
but
no one on EG is positive, and Loud have several positive players on the scoreboard. That was on Lotus. On Pearl, I don't believe that was the exact case, but again, it was players
Anything
on Loud
for the
and Connor
views, I
in particular
guess?
who were just surging above every other player on EG in terms of the kills. They've been pretty dominant in the mechanical game.
And the pistols have been so effective from Loud. This time, just 5 players ready to dash into the B site, just in already back site, and EG, no one's home.
And if they win this, it would be 5 pistol rounds, 1 in a row for Loud.
Yeah, ZG, you just do not want to have to deal with anchoring in a site, getting
Yeah,
bombarded
the
by
most
all that
precise
But Nature has
on
full
the corner
utility.
plant
EG
you can
are ready to
possibly
deploy
get.
out into the site quickly. Already 1 kill, but Look Show has been
Yeah,
fantastic so
DG's in
far.
didn't manage to
Trades
find
come
the
in,
free
missiles
corner.
find something.
Looked like the only safe place was
Rana
taken
and
from
Tuis
Tuis.
forced onto other sides of the site.
There's a stun for Nature. After shocking to the corner as well,
Player
Tui's
standing.
flushed out. And EG do well to deal with him, but the Sheriff from Pencata, not
That
this
little
time.
tap of the crouch
Looked
kind of
like he
messed
was
him
about
up,
to
otherwise that
stabilize
might have been a
the aim
headshot.
there for that second kill, but
Doable for
only
EG.
Got the body shot onto Derek.
Yeah. EG, I guess they're just going to bookend the pistol rounds. They win the opening pistol, they're winning the last pistol
one.
of the series.
Luke Show also just gets 2 more with the Ghost. He is a pistol phenom in this series. I mean, he's one of the big reasons that they've won so many of them.
Oh, yeah. Look at that there. Adjusting to that fight down in hell.
He tried to jump over.
Tough time to be. who
Oh
was
my
that?
God!
That
Look
was
at that.
I think he moved it the last second. It
Just
looked like his crosshair was on.
Barely too low.
My God, I just get 1 dick. You know what I'm saying, Derek?
Yeah, I think he aimed just a little bit too low because he was
Yeah,
adjusting to
exactly.
him
Same thing happened to me.
crouching.
That's Ramp's play. Feels like the first time we've had any pace in this map thus far. EG was playing such a slow attack side.
They are going to pivot
Drone is
out to
down.
vents. They have that Viper wall up to block off any players that are coming from defenders. Spawn.
Yeah, looks like they want to let Luxo do like a reverse lurk into B instead of going through mid, go through vents to get in there. And he wins the fight!
With a ghost.
That should not be winnable. How does he even find that? I just do not understand, but okay.
Do you want to go for the gun?
Well, he shot him.
I understand that part.
Okay.
It's the how
What were
he
you
shot him, how he didn't take damage, how he not dead.
Hey, nature might clean this up.
Questions EG will be asking themselves if they lose the
yeah,
anti-eco.
Not another eco, EG.
Oh,
Terror
there's someone
seems to be there.
next to you.
Luxo's
What?
dropped in
This
behind
guy's a
him.
secret agent!
You're not missing WWE after all, Wyatt.
How did how did he get through the
Dude,
wall?
it's James Bond at the Olympics just rolling in like that.
I don't understand how he appeared in that location.
Is he
gonna
get to an okay pause?
There was a smoke in heaven and he found a weird timing. 2v3, Luxo.
Nice missiles
Anti
from
with that.
Derek.
Derek is single-handedly winning the anti-eco with only a ghost.
You've got to respect it.
2E's 1v3. Just a classic.
Okay.
Okay.
Breach damage as well from the
That's
tap.
one. He has an aftershock, but they shouldn't let him win this.
Just a classic, she says.
They shouldn't let him win this.
classic.
And well, he only has a fault line now.
Only a fault line,
Only
he
3
says.
bullets on the classic.
Okay. Dude, nice damage
But
though.
honestly,
Got him
when he
scared.
gets that third, now we're talking about a pretty respectable round 2.
I just want to watch the Luxo kills. Can we just let's cue those up?
Yeah,
let's,
I'd
let's
like to see
it happen.
what happened from his point of view
Yeah.
over.
So he gets this kill over in heaven.
And
So
this is
he
the
gets the
other
kill heaven
POV.
and then comes back down to earth
Wait,
again.
he
That is
walked
crazy.
out and then didn't clear the corner while he was blind, and then turns around and says,
How
"Oh,
did
hey."
he do that?
It is pretty mental on the repositioning.
I gotta learn that trick.
Collected common spam lines.
All right.
Hmm.
How much are EG going to commit to this? Well, they've got nature bought down to nothing, but everybody
Yeah,
else
they
has
dropped
a
the
decent
gun.
bank behind them.
I think Nature gave one of these rifles away, likely the one that Ye has.
So kind.
Okay, well that's nice.
That or just how
They know they can
expensive
force
Breach
through
is.
middle. They know for sure they
Let's
carry
see.
question mark over towards vents. At the beginning of the round, by the way, they did this deep B smoke to maybe draw the person over towards heaven to make mid weaker so that they can't spam the drone. I don't know if that's the thought process, but
Pretty passive lines from EG. But doing a lot of bait work for Icy on the pixel line. Ooh, the spam isn't connecting him. Slightly off on that lineup.
In they go. Icy. He gets one. How much more? He's already
We'll do that
wounded.
nade, that's
Players
incredible.
dive down into his nade, and Icy still trying desperately to live. Not for long. Now it's up to Ye. The second rifle in the hands of an
Pencata?
EG player, and he's ready for the player
Nice.
towards main. But Pencata, a lovely crouch. The movement
lovely
still
trades.
good.
do they
From
play
Loud.
together on site?
Luxo's movement is crazy. He is just sprinting around the map.
No, Luxo's an absolute monster. This close Viper would be
20
really
seconds left.
nice.
He needs to get this cross. Nature tried to take the timing.
He's walking.
Nature,
through the
it's just crazy. He's crazy. It almost worked, dude. 5 HP. Oh my goodness, it's so unlucky.
5 HP on
This is a big
Luxo.
play.
Show me the Luxo kills,
that
please, please.
That was so crazy. Oh yeah, up to 19, 4K on the round.
Dude, it was insanely
Honestly,
close.
this is like kind of an awesome map to watch just from Luxo's perspective. Because I feel like
Look at this guy.
a lot of the time, like he's ending up being like
Oh my
an entry
God.
for the team. Like if his duelist is ever dying, he's the one immediately seizing on space and not waiting around for anything.
So
Unlucky.
insane.
Coming into this third map, Pencata was close to breaking the America's kill record for
This
a
is how he's
BO3,
throwing his
but
heaven
it's
smoke.
Luxo instead, the guy who is top fragging this map and taking control on attack. I think coming up on 20 kills for him now.
Very pivotal round now in the game. Both teams' economy completely gone. Nothing in the reserves.
Yeah, 5 and 4.
Gonna be a lot on Icy if they keep going into vents.
This is how we
An ultimate into mid just to reclaim some of the
Oh,
space. Big
just
damage
up
on
off
the
actually
Ditch's
saves
end.
him, yeah.
Nearly gets the kill there.
It could be frustrating now, though, if they end up in a retake situation where Luxo has that Viper's Pit and Armageddon.
Okay, so now they go
forced
for
out
the
of that
jet
would be
lock. Jet
real nice.
low
Loud not
HP
having
lock.
bullet space this late in the round is kind of upsetting. They're leaving
Uh,
Ditch's in there because he's so
just
low
because-
HP.
oh my
It's the timing
goodness.
he just
Wait.
found. Past the Roomba, flanking
Big
through.
jewel. This is a
Icy
big jewel
is
right
about
here.
to get flanked. Walks back towards the jet.
Wow,
doesn't
he
even
won this, and then the
matter.
luck can enable as well. Somehow Nature's on 10 HP. They know his elbow, and he's got to kill all two.
Back on site, droned out by the opposing Tejo.
And
Don't
just
stop.
has
Dude,
the
salvo
stinger as well.
stun. Oh my.
Lucio, another
And then they have no idea about the luck as well. Dude, Lau played this nice. They played this really, really nice. Pancada kind of made this easy though with that kill on
I wish I
heaven.
had like a time machine and I could just like go
Dude,
forward
Pancada and Luke
for
Show
stage two.
are just
Wow.
insane,
Watch
man.
Lucio there.
Like, look at some of the stuff they're
Now,
doing.
Listen, we're still a bit of ways away, but
They win
let's see if
so
Luke Show can
many-
now break
so many
the
duels that you're
back
like,
record.
they're
Set
gonna
on
lose.
Burrow.
It's funny that you went like, you want to go to the future with the time machine. If I had a time machine, I go to the past, become a GM for a team, and I sign Luke. Then I'm making bank too.
Force them down, he got double Bucky. They've been getting ecoed an insane amount loud. The double Bucky looks pretty scary. We got the DRX smoke, goes over towards here. Thought process is that once you pop it, it creates pressure either side so that you could have
I've heard
lucked.
that.
In fact, well, on defense side of Pearl, they were 50-50 on eco round wins to gun round wins. So that's a fairly decent and unorthodox.
Scary, scary Bucky.
Icy pulls up with the Bucky. He's gonna get the first into the showstopper.
The great ult. He's dodged it. He's dodged everything. It's a bit of a
Icy is
masterclass.
out just like that.
They can't keep getting away with
Do
it.
they keep getting ecoed? Surely there's not another Bucky around the
Oh
map.
my God,
With
they
another
can't
eco.
keep getting away with it.
Jesse Pinkman on his knees.
This shouldn't be happening.
It's Pancada. Pancada's still alive.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're already ecoed. The damage is already
The
done.
most cooked.
No way Icy gets if Icy gets another Bucky kill,
It's the most
I will put my face in the cake.
cooked. Where's the cake?
30 seconds
Can we get the
left.
cake back up here? Because it's
player
happening.
standing.
It's a
It's not
flawless.
happening.
Hold
He's
on.
not getting another kill.
It might not be
So
a
he's just gonna
flawless.
die and spawn.
The suspense is pounding.
Any
Don't
second
go towards
now,
that Bucky, buddy.
there will be
Go to the
action.
10
Bucky.
seconds left.
Just stay right here.
Get
It's
your,
nice and
get
safe
your
and
eco
warm.
frags, Tuies. Come on.
Nah, he wants to stop him from getting guns.
Oh no. Oh no.
But
It's fine.
that's a dude. Why does this happen every single map? By the way, some kind of full eco where everyone survives and they can all pick up a gun. It happened every single map so far.
Okay, but
Just an eco where all 5 survive and they pick up
like,
guns.
go straight up into the air to dodge like that.
I've been an Icy doubter in the past, but you gotta be honest when he's popping. That was a sick round from him.
Potter's face was too funny.
Right.
She was really saying, "Damn, we won that. we got another one.
You can read lips
How
like
did he
that.
do that?"
She really said capital O colon.
I'm trying to do that in my. Wait, you do O first?
Yeah.
I'm a colon capital O.
It's kind of a crazy maneuver, I'm not going to lie, Mimi. All right, stealth drone. It's getting the space for Pancada to play off, get some A-ramp control. We're Loud have been putting some emphasis on
Yeah,
this.
this is nice though from Loud.
Taking it.
Heaven control. Oh, that is a shot though. What the hell?
Right through the wall there. Hold on, look show. Ooh. I feel like he's taking.
Dude,
his
look at the
time.
confidence on this guy.
He might be taking it. His team's putting a lot of pressure
Yeah,
to
his
let him out.
team doing an incredible amount of pressure. He's definitely going to have a luck over towards B. The spike is still like not committed, so he could always go all the way back if they do try and decide to pivot over towards B.
Walk out now with that Nebula dropping. Dejazine so far forward.
He wants to so bad.
Heaven.
How?
Oh my God, brought Derek down to
I didn't know Shot hit a headshot there
They're
though.
coming back for the
All
split
goes in
into
over
two.
towards B. This is nice though. He's taking so much space.
And now,
Yeah, he has to somehow. Dude, Loud play nice though. Like if you actually look at like some of the macro they do of maps, like it's great.
Missiles aftershock.
They just
PPG
keep
from
getting
actually playing
ecos.
the flood retake.
They
this
just
round might
don't.
just be
They just don't
completely cooked
play
from
against
Evil
ecos
Geniuses.
properly.
A stun is all they've got.
They play like very individually.
Icy still
on
in
the
A. I mean,
ecos.
there's something to try and win this with, but they would almost need to get
The
the
Viper
Bucky in
might give them a
sunlight.
little bit of
Missiles
space
stun
here.
in the
That's the
corner,
only
but
problem.
Lucio,
But drop
the
down
nade's
into
coming
breach
towards
or
him.
into
Can he
swing.
live through it?
Did hit their
No!
teammate though.
Lucio
Kill.
down to the paint shells. And it's a 4v3,
Yeah,
but time
that's a bit
is
of a
still
nightmare. It's a great
critical
stun.
problem, and Cowanzine is still fighting.
Got
He'll
salvos
swing
on this
forward.
one. Can't feel
Icy on
comfy
the
to get him out though,
defuse.
surely.
Missiles going in. Is it enough? Will it stop the defuse?
Damn, bro.
No!
They just
in the
tanked and he
nick of
kills
time,
everyone, but they managed to
Icy
get the defuse.
pulls off the
Ah,
defuse.
this one is
And
rough
Lame may
though
have the
for
kill,
Laos.
But EG have the
How do
round.
EG win
That
these
is
rounds,
wild.
man?
Icy getting the paint shell
How are
kill
they
with all
winning
the
these
utility
rounds?
they threw into the site.
What do they do? Stun back a
Seemed like
sight?
that rolling thunder
Nade
I
to
thought
kill
would
the...
be enough delay that they would not be able to stick this.
Get over, get over,
It looked
two
like
people
Derek.
died.
Yeah, it looked like Derek was ready to sprint in.
Yeah,
if the
Derek was
timer
ready to
off,
get
but
half,
I
but he ended up
realized
just getting too
he
close
was
to it.
dipping his toes into the missiles that were exploding. And now the timeout is going to be called at a pretty crucial moment in the game.
Only
some
one on
would
the
say.
spike. Yeah, you
How
got to
are
do
EG
double
supposed
on
to
the
beat this
spike when they're
loud
doing
team
this.
with digits in
Quite a
right
few
in the
people
bowl
that
like
don't do
that?
double on the spike when it's like
He's all
low
energized.
time. People are getting half from
Ready
it.
the ball.
Riding
I did
the ball.
not know what you, but I understand now.
That's a
But it
thing.
took-
That's a thing.
I thought
Come
you
I've
were-
on.
I
never
thought like you
heard
had it
anyone say that
when
about Red
naming
Bull.
the bull after the hit town in Pennsylvania.
This is rough. This is rough. My casters don't know what's going on.
Any
Well,
such cases.
I mean, look, Loud, they got no money. They got absolutely nothing. Just Cowanzine saving the rifle.
Do they have
Coming
that
on
kind of
over.
motion that EG does with the Thrifty ones?
I don't really think they've got the Thrifty motion. Not really about that life,
Is
but
this gonna be another 24-round game? Is this gonna be the
Oh,
longest
why
possible
would we
series?
stop at 24 rounds?
Maybe we get another tech pause.
Let's get a couple techs. Let's get a few more kill records. Throw those into the
Hey,
mix.
the
have a
longer
good time.
we go, the more chance people have to get off work, you know, get all the way home by the time the series for
Well,
qualification
traffic
starts.
Tech
Yeah.
pauses? Not
West Coast
since you were
traffic,
last here,
by the time it's
Pansy.
called.
Clears up. Yep.
It's been going relatively
Not
smooth.
wrong.
Oh, Icy's a bit of a bully this round, going for the outlaw against the light armors. Peek me.
Oh
They did it.
my
God.
goodness, it's
Hold on,
fast.
they might have that motion.
Poison's off.
All right, waiting for that cloud to drop. Nebula now cycled into mid.
Yeah,
Loud
they're gonna
pressing forward.
get a gun upgrade here though.
Cover an outlaw.
And this ult becomes
Unfortunately,
insanely
they all
tempting
have
now.
heavy, so.
Instant reaction
Less
from losing
exciting,
over
although I do
towards
like
middle
EG
is the
stepping
most
up to
common
the B
reaction
now,
of pushing
giving
over
up full
towards B.
control over
Surely
mid.
Loud
It's gonna be
know
a
this and we're
2v4
using
though,
some kind of util for
in
this.
Space. Here comes the swing from Loud.
Or we're
Super.
just straight up
It's
swinging,
1
getting
for
trades.
2.
Empty sight.
Inertia,
They still
momentum.
have ult.
They got it
They
on
really
the
need this
eco
round. I'm
round.
so
Oh,
fine for them
no.
to use the
Shows the
ult. I
timing
don't
up
think they
in
have
heaven
to.
as well.
I don't think they need to.
Derek naded
but
away, can't push the plan
I'm
like you
kind of
wanted.
okay with it.
And they're
Okay,
aware
definitely
Luke
doesn't need to
shuts
happen
down
though.
Nature rapidly
Very, very nice. And they saved the ult as well.
That is some
Look over here,
disappointment
1-9 loss bonus on top of
for
this.
Evil
3-3,
Geniuses, possibly the crushing
3-1.
blow for this game. I did like that
They're gonna
idea
force,
to
but it's
get
a bad
2 players
force.
back into B main from them when you called that out.
Dude,
But Loud
EG Zin could
pivoting
definitely get an
the
outlaw
entire
out
team
here.
into
Everyone's
the
gonna have
B
light
here.
armor.
Oh, what is that?
It's a match with no stakes, but I feel like I'm watching the Bangkok final with the amount of Thrifty rounds happening.
EG? I
I'm
mean, they
telling you,
proactively
I'm
pushed over
telling you.
toward. Why? Okay,
Champs
proactive instead of
2023.
reaction. Sure. And they just sit still the whole time on
We've
defense.
actually got 5 maps to be played today. It's a best of 5. I'm losing
They did do
it.
the push over
Twin
towards
Buster
B
is
main, but
actually 2 more.
I think you're saying like straight away,
The
right?
irony is, like, when we had the Turtle cast, right, the Sentinels G2 game that didn't mean
didn't
anything,
mean anything.
at kickoff last
Yeah.
year, it was like the muddiest, sloppiest games of all time. I feel like these teams are like try-harding for their lives, no?
There's been, they are, but the amount
I'm not
of
saying
eco
it's clean.
rounds.
I'm not saying it's clean. I feel like the teams
Oh,
are
yeah.
to max try-harding.
Definitely. We've seen, yeah, and like we've seen
Hey,
plenty
last
of
timeout.
eco rounds in
Last
games
timeout
of
for both
immense
teams.
weight.
Yeah.
So
Pankata is 1 kill away from that series kill record we mentioned. By the way, he's going to do it in a map where he's negative.
It goes to show that when you get 27 kills on map 1 and over 30 on map 2, you're usually setting records.
Yeah.
Or he'll just stay at 13 and in Broncata fashion do the same thing that LeBron did earlier in the season,
Yes.
where he was going to break 50K points and needed 1 bucket and couldn't get one, and then just
Yeah.
had to get the first kill. And then
We gotta give him a free throw versus an EG Thrifty.
LeBron killed someone?
Okay, waiting to see if anyone goes aggro on this one.
He's not
The legend.
That's a crazy allegation.
Dude, EG have so many
Wow.
ults
Oh
that
my god.
Well, I sure hope Luxo does not go for the B-lurk this time.
He should
because
be
he got an
okay to get a
assist from
couple.
Satchel and just boosted up in the corner. Completely cringing it.
Luxo.
Yeah,
Luxo.
not even going to expect
not
this one.
this round, please. Oh, he's dead.
Boink.
Yeah,
Well,
for
that's one
people
way
that
for
are
EG
wondering
to
how, just
swing back after
look over here.
throwing against the eco.
Viper Spit is being used in mid, but it looks like Loud just wants to accelerate after losing Luxo towards B.
Dude, A's insanely weak right now. Gotta feel sorry for Nature.
Wrapping back elbow. Fantastic rolling thunder from
TG
Nature.
Zin went to the
Went to
moon.
the moon!
Yeah, he went so
He's
high.
back down to earth now and ready to fight against Nature. He's still just waiting in the smoke. Spike is not on site.
Oh, Omen flash for him to swing. Is it good timing with the smoke?
Flash into the smoke. DG
Well, it
gets the
wasn't,
kill,
but
EG
it was nice.
is closing the gate in main.
Tui's and Digizine, they know that they have to double face this right now. Is Derek actually going to get
Ooh.
anything?
Aftershock.
Aftershock
Ooh.
forces them out, and
What
that's
up?
the first. Derek shut down.
Yay now. Up in
Ah,
heaven.
it's a shame.
Not able to connect on Tui's. Tui's has been lights out, but 61 HP between these two players. Digizine would have to come up big.
He has been tucking in the whole time. They
They
don't know about him.
Icy
well.
swings at the perfect
Good luck,
time.
mate.
And puts Tui's in a clutch position, but he cannot stand for it. EG, gap is back down to 2.
There's just that adjustment over on the B side.
2 died,
They
1
loosen
armory
up
buy,
onto
so
the
money's going to be low on
boxes.
2 at
It
least.
was Luxo this time trying to go for a way quicker timing, getting through the site,
It's
which
'cause
is caught.
he's been going for these very slow lurks and hasn't run into anyone before. So he's
Yeah.
thinking,
But the Viper,
maybe
yeah, they got-
there's
they
a
got Viper
chance
all
to
breach
find this
out.
big opening, call my team back into me. Fortunately, it just doesn't pay off for him.
And from there,
Nice. Good job.
that EG team and the man advantage just able to collapse onto Loud, trade things out nicely.
Why did Ye defuse? He had all. Wait, really?
Okay.
This is
Wait, really?
Longest series in terms of rounds played that we've had in stage 1 thus far.
Imagine being a Lever NRG fan. You don't
You
know
only
if your
halved it?
team's
Oh,
in
okay, okay.
playoffs, and you just
I was gonna
made
say, it
one.
must, I would be surprised if that happens
How
this day and age.
dare you in map 2?
With
How
this many
dare
people here.
All that game is going to be like a just the
Dude, as we can
fastest
see,
game of the we go the
If
longest
Ye
into
goes
the
down here,
quickest game.
this is kind of a done round. Smoke goes out. Have we got a molly? Yeah, molly comes in. It's a great molly. It's no.
Great
He
kill
does-
from
he
Ye,
does have
but
an
needs
idea
to
about that
trade
guy,
from
but
Loud to keep us even at the 4-on-4
Teo gives him a little bit of
Armageddon, going to
space.
force anybody from EG back. If they
4
want to
people
run
close
to
for
the
EG. They can fast flood. There goes the stun.
Howard gets a big one
Dude,
there.
Calzine
Ruins
kills
actually
double
finds
heaven.
Tui.
Derek kills double on
Excuse me?
site.
Where did those kills come from?
It's the guy though.
Pancata.
It's the guy that's been playing
1v2.
incredible. And he's been a little bit
to
quiet on this map in comparison to
Close this one out.
what's been
Loud
going
to
on.
series point. A walk forward. Step made. EG on the double
Well,
swing.
tried to build it up.
They stay.
I tried my
in
best.
EG on double digits now. Unbelievable. Just one off.
I like that timing window that EG picked to actually fight into Loud when they were trying to get that spike down. This swing from Derek was really nice. They're stopping them just as they're getting onto the site that usual wave came in.
That was nice from Derek.
And you can see how much it means to them to get this a win right now.
Okay, low buy. They got the jet knives. We
How
got
loud
Raze
they
or
got. It's an FPX
Astra
play on round
or
22. I've never seen that one
weak
before.
on B again.
Little
Towards this
weird.
play over
But yeah,
towards
look,
A.
Digizen's got
Luke
knives.
Show might
They're
be in
still trying to
trouble.
play this one out.
Stun goes out.
Next.
Salvos pushes him out into the
Oh,
open.
rocket
Raze
for
or
Icy.
as well, he's dodged it. He's out of there.
Whoa, 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 go back to B heaven though because Ye
Yeah, dude, if
stepped
Ye
up on
goes
this.
down here without
Don't
getting a
see
kill,
him.
this is actually the
Now
round
in a
done.
1-on-2. And
Better
Loud
get
don't
one,
look to
mate.
be slowing down
That'd be great.
anytime soon. That is a gorgeous shot out of Ye. He's gonna fall back, group with his team.
Okay, they got a free
Back
sight.
involved.
Pancata might
They lost
try and
the
make a
B
play and
side in
push for his
all
own
of the
smoke.
chaos
We'll
here.
see.
But
Alright.
EG are looking for a mid pinch too, with 2 players moving to vents.
Get the spike to Pancata, teleport to A. Whoa, do it. No, or just
Did Luke Show
way
still
too
have smoke?
or just plant on B.
Still going to be a tough post one to navigate here.
Oh, the pinch is about to punish Luxo though.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not
dead.
Sticking
for it.
around for this. No, sir, he's down.
In hell though, Pancata still yet
Oh,
to
the
find
stun,
his record.
double
Here's his
salvo
chance
back
to
to
do it.
sight.
With a round win to boot. One player above him, he's crossed up, trying to find a shot, and he just is unable to. So Tui's now
Okay. Oh boy, it's getting insanely close. Of course it's delivering. Dude, it would have been such a sick game, man. It would have been such a good game if this is for qualification. Like, why?
And
Why
now
did
it's
Crew
11
have to melt
11.
against EG?
All of a sudden, we're looking at, okay, yeah,
It would have been a
they
nuts
won the
series.
half by this time around, so they're gonna have it again. But it's just back over and over.
All right, that was just the half buy from Loud. They
But
just
it was-
used the knives
Three
and they get
rifles
the,
and the
yeah, yeah.
knives, that's a real round.
I'm just saying, but they get the spike down. Now they're gonna have the big buy. They've got the Rolling Thunder. They have the tools.
DG Zim was like pausing there. He's like, can I buy an op, no armor on attack? Is that even a thing?
Say that again for me.
The 73rd round of EG
With no
Loud.
stakes. It's a vegan series of Valor who've got no stakes.
That's strike 3.
Dude, there's champ points.
You're out of here.
They got that champ
Where's Riv?
points.
Bring Riv in here.
Oh my word.
These guys got no
Alright,
faith
lock
in
in.
these
Big round
teams.
here.
All right, it's a big round. Loud. They're on attack. They have 11 rounds. They're using the Rolling Thunder. They're getting into the B site for
Okay,
free.
so
all of the utilities
Let's think about
down.
what's happening.
They
We
get the
can't
spike
really
down.
stay back to
Gia
sight because
rotated
they keep
quickly.
stunning, salvoing us.
It's
Oh my
gonna be a
goodness, Icy's sending
5v5
it.
retake in EG. They've already flooded in.
Wait,
Icy
does the guy in
spots
Rafter
on
not just win this
Nubok, and
round?
it's all traded out. EG up by 1. But a flank coming in.
Soup was working on that lurk and let Needy hit the spike down.
You're a nutcase going for
EG
that
will be able to
plant.
hear this. And Soup's gonna
Kawazin
make his play.
considered B main? Yeah, he
Aswell
does.
falling.
Great shot.
Superman. That's 1. Cuts it down to Pancata. Still yet to find his record. He's got it. Now he wants
Damn,
the
nice shot from
round,
Derek.
but Derek
Dude, how
again.
how have
The man
EG
to
done this,
deny.
man?
EG.
How have EG done this?
Match point.
Just look at how regimented these retakes are on B from Evil.
Okay, one last
Geniuses.
chance.
They're so good. All right, Loud, enjoy. You can get into the site for free. You can waste all of your utility. You can go get the spike down, and then we are going to drop a bomb onto you with everything we've got with this comp. Clear out every single position.
How many
EG won
retakes
4
over towards B
retakes
are they
in a
gonna
row.
win as well?
Crazy.
It's like
6
all
the
of them.
last 7.
Yeah, look at
That
look
was
at
one
these.
round to bank it all on. for
Like, sure,
Loud.
one of them was over towards
Sure,
A,
we're
but
setting
are
records, but
the
at
rest
what
not over towards
cost?
B?
I mean, also just poetic that he's broken the record
Dude,
of
they're going B
Osmos,
again.
a duo that won a world championship together, has taken the crown.
Loud's going back to B.
And Ye's in his favorite spot. He loves this corner. Used to be on the chamber with the free out.
He
doesn't
broke the
take
kill
these
record?
anymore.
Has he?
Dodging
Yeah.
the flash, but he is seen. Louder moving into him quickly, and he's in the midst of it all. 1 kill, traded back quickly, but Super is still in the back of sight.
Great trade
Trades
though.
back
They
and
tanked a
forth.
lot
It's
of
a 3-on-3
damage from
in the
the
post.
Viper molly.
Drone coming in for the retake.
Kawazin
Going up towards heaven.
going
Icy's
up?
Here. Icy.
He's
Gets the
going
kill.
up the rope.
Now Luke Show.
Why is he trying to make the
The
big
rookie.
play?
And Tui's to try and take this game to overtime. Extend already our longest series of the stage.
And they know they can't go back a sight.
Tap on the spike.
Just keep getting the salvo.
Missiles flash for EG. The
Lovely
double
from
swing
EG
in
together
heaven.
on this one. Dude, EG, I have no idea how they won this one, but fair play.
Game. But they get going.
At least
heading
Loud, it
into
didn't mean
playoffs.
too much for them, so they won't be
send
kicking themselves
Loud
that
out
much, but
with a 0-5 record
dude.
on the stage.
They rally back with 5 excellent retakes in